That's pretty good. Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Hello.
We have found ourselves in a different parsec. We are now on Tatooine. There's a lot of sand, and as like they all said, it was all yellow. Or like Anakin would say, there's just so much sand and it's coarse and it gets everywhere, and they hated it. But what we didn't hate was this leg of The Amazing Race. We are back for another retro review. This is The Amazing Race, Season 1, Episode 5. Tatooine is a real place. Tatooine is an actual town, country. What are they, in Africa?
Yeah, I think, yep. Africa.
So no Luke Skywalker in this one, but we did have plenty of drama, from people getting lost to some gamesmanship and trickery. Also to just like some things that we really didn't like, and we'll address as far as things you could get away with saying in 2001 that you could not get away with saying in 2022. I do want to kind of start from the end, Bri, just on the thing. Paul and Amy were eliminated. Paul and Amy were pretty problematic for us, less so Amy and more so Paul. Paul gave off the vibes of like that abusive, and I'm not saying like hitting or anything, but like the overbearing, demanding boyfriend, yelling a lot at her, always back and forth, and even dropped a few R bombs, which you could not say on TV, man. So overall thoughts on their elimination before we get to the leg itself.
I mean, everybody knows if they've been watching these that every time I reference them, I say the team that I hate. So I'm happy they're gone. I'm going to miss their meltdowns because I enjoyed their pain. And I did enjoy last week when Paul got the beat down massage. Like, I'm going to miss that.
That's an all-time reality moment for us.
It's so funny, but I mean, the drama of this season, they were always involved in, like I don't remember, was it the two women team that got eliminated where they were fighting for the cabs? Like, they always seem to be involved in something. So I'm interested to see how the season goes forward. I guess the Guidos will take that mantle.
I hope so.
So I'm happy they're gone. They can kick rocks.
One thing that Paul and Amy did give us, which again, we've only watched the most recent season of The Amazing Race, and now this being season 1, the stuff we've respected about this season is the logistics and how they are transparent about what's going on in the game. Apparently there was a production error. So that means whether, some camera people got in the way or impeded them in some way for getting somewhere as fast as they would have gotten. So they actually were awarded extra time in the beginning of the leg. I love that about the show. It is still one of my favorite things. And I know you're right in the same alley.
I'm all about time and numbers. So bravo for that.
100%. So, as we mentioned off the top, this leg did start in Tatooine. The first detour was called Puzzling or Listening. So this was interesting. So you could pay a driver to bring you to where you needed to go, but you weren't allowed to ask them for any directions, which added an interesting wrinkle. Do you put do you trust yourself enough to be able to navigate these people and tell them where to go? Because they're going to go wherever you tell them, and they'll literally take you 500 miles the opposite way. How did you think about the detour?
Or like drive off a cliff.
Dude,
there's a cliff here. They won't speak. Let's just drive wherever you go. No one did the puzzle, correct?
No.
So like we don't even know. I guess they referenced it, but I would have liked to see what the puzzle was.
Me too.
But I really enjoyed the hearing one. I thought it was a really clever, cool challenge. Like, because it just like looked like it's just like a house maze.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And I wish they did like put some Star Wars props in there, like maybe like C-3PO in a corner, or like somebody smoking like death sticks or whatever they do.
Like no Jawas can't be walking by, like nothing. Not like one sand person, not one Tusken Raider. Like anything. Like give me something. Like this was not the leg I was looking for. Like come on now.
Right. No, this is not the walkie you're looking for.
I talked about gamesmanship. So this involved the Guidos and not Robin Brennan. Who are Kevin and Drew? Yeah. So part of the thing was having to actually, like, you had to bring the clue back. Kevin and Drew kind of pulled a little gamesmanship. They like hopped up onto the roof of the things, and then they came down and let the Guidos see them climbing down. So the Guidos started to like climb up and like look around, and like, that's smart, very smart. I like seeing the gamesmanship in it. And no one likes the Guidos. I remember this is the first thing, reality TV with Team Guido hate way before the Jersey Shore. And it worked. I mean, it definitely let them get some time on the Guidos and stuff. And obviously they didn't get eliminated, but it is starting. You're starting to see, and I kind of did watch the preview where it's like, it seems like the battle lines are about to be drawn with the Guidos versus everybody.
Yeah, I mean, this has been not a long time coming, but the last few weeks, they've really started to separate themselves, like backstabbing people.
No, 100%. Another thing here. All right. So real big criticism this episode. No one knows how to use a compass.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that.
It's like, I mean, I even the Paul and Amy thing, like that's the one time I kind of agreed with him. He's like, Aim, just get the arrow to point into the red one and tell me which direction to go. So like, do I have to go a little more right? Or do I got to go a little more left? Is the stick on the stick? Like, oh my, It wasn't that hard. But again, to be fair, bro, just grab the damn compass and just look. Like they were very frustrating.
The fact that you have to be the cameraman has to be in the passenger seat, that really screws you, I think.
No, it definitely does, because you can't hold it and be like, here's the map, like propped on the dashboard.
You can like look over, when you're driving and you're looking, like you're talking to someone, like you can't like turn around, you'll crash on one of those yellow rocks.
It was all yellow. It was all yellow. Like, I mean, literally, that was in my notes. They were all complaining they couldn't see. It was all yellow. Like there was nothing but
tough.
Yellow.
It was definitely tough. You definitely see things out there when it's like a barren wasteland.
And everyone was getting lost the entire time. It was outrageously funny that no one could find their way around. It was, and I love that. The chaos is the best, because that's when you have the team from first to last, like we've seen, or a team going from last to first. And I love that it hasn't been linear this season. It hasn't been like, remember, like I love the Holderness is like, they won like 4 of the last 5 legs of the Amazing Race this season. And you're basically like, as long as they don't really screw up, they probably will win. I mean, that's how I was feeling towards the end here. I still have no idea who's going to win this race. Like, there is no clear-cut favorite, in my opinion.
I agree. Anything can happen. It kind of seems like Team Guido has been consistently doing well. Like Robin Brennan dropped this week.
Yep.
But like you said, anything can happen. What other twists are the U-turns added soon or something like that? Like, we just don't know like what Phil's going to drop each week.
Yeah, and it's something I'm looking forward to seeing, because it's like we haven't seen the roadblocks yet. Did they forget about the fast forwards?
I was just going to say that maybe they just didn't do them.
Maybe
they didn't do them this time.
And are there any non-elimination legs in season 1? Are these developments that came over time? Like, how like Survivor, like you watch some of the things kind of develop over time. Are those tropes going to be there from the beginning? Like, I don't know. I'm assuming not. Like, we've gotten 5 weeks in without a non-elimination leg. So I think it would be a little weird at this point to introduce the non-elimination legs, but who knows?
Right. We'll see. I kind of like that every week somebody gets eliminated. Like, I wasn't really feeling that. That was probably my only dislike from season 33 is like the father, son,
Arun and Natalia.
Just like, how many lives do they have? And
they got eliminated. They got saved 3 times.
Yeah, and I just kind of think that's BS. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
100%. Only other thing I really wanted to touch on in this episode, the camels. You can bring the horse to water. You can get the camel to sit down, but can you get the camel to go where you want to go? And like you said in the pre-show, like they had the $50 option to be able to have a handler just take them. I would just do that. I mean, obviously it didn't seem like anyone really had crazy trouble, but like I'm basically convinced that the money doesn't matter. The money was like a trope thing, but they still haven't run out of money on any leg. No one's had a money issue yet. Maybe like in further seasons, they'll refine that. So that may be like a thing to think about, but like just spend the damn money. You just spend it.
Or give us like an update on balance.
I want to know.
They showed their name, like they cut to Team Guido and it's like they have $45
left.
So like they have $75 left. And maybe they do that later. We just don't know. But like if you're gonna give your money refill to every leg, like Phil said at the beginning, just spend it at the end. Like
Spend it. Like, what do they
unless
do
they
with the money at
take
the
it,
end?
unless they take it and they don't tell us, but we don't know that. So based off of what we're told,
They definitely give the money back.
each leg.
I'm sure they give it back each leg. Yeah, because
Okay.
it was like week 2 and they were like, oh, okay, how much do we have for now? They're like, oh, this was $80. And I love that. I remember commenting on it. I just want it every week. Let me know. Like, what it would take 15 seconds to go. They're leaving here at 12 hours. This leg, they have $200. There is no fast forward this leg, or there is a fast forward, just like, boom.
Just
Let
like
me
a
know what I'm
little,
playing
like,
with off the top.
blurb. Yeah, no, I agree. I would like that. Like, just like a little, they show where they are and just like everything about the leg, like super quick. But we're never going to get exactly what we want. But maybe that's why we need to start our own reality show.
I know. We need to go on
Amazing Survivor Challenge race.
Island.
Yeah.
It's like, seriously though, like we need to find some kind of, we need to go on like a Shark Tank or something and get somebody to fund our ideas for a reality TV show. So if anyone in the comments has a reality TV competition that you'd like us to partake in or to go into, I showed you that thing. I got invited to do an online Survivor thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet, but it is funny. That might be our first stepping stone into getting into our own reality TV show.
I say we send Kevin on that one.
Kevin would be so funny on the online Survivor. He would, first of all, we love Kevin. Kevin would literally like not show up for the challenges. They'd be like, well, the challenge is Tuesday night. And Kevin would text them like 10 minutes more like, oh yeah, guys, I can't do the challenge. They'd be like, who is this guy?
Vote him off.
Vote him off. No, keep him. Keep him. I love the season so far. 5 weeks in, I'm thinking we're about halfway through. I think I did see there's 10 episodes, I believe, this season. So we're powering through.
Can I read the order?
Yeah, of course.
Or did you have something before I get to that?
No. I was just going to say this is kind of where we're left. It looks like now halfway through. So, Bri, where are we in the standings at the end of week 5?
Okay, so first place, we got Kevin and Drew. Second place, Team Guido. 3, Nancy and Emily. That was a surprising one this week. Like, they're doing a lot better. So they could be sneaky, well. They could be a sneaky team because they have like Kevin and Drew like alliance that they could screw over Kevin and Drew later. I think with like because Emily was killing it in wherever they were last week. So
no, yeah, well,
the entourage.
I think the women will be much more apt to get help.
Yeah, Rob and Brendan 4th, Frank and Marguerite 5th, 6th, Lenny and Karen. I feel like they're the next ones to go. They're the last week team to me.
Yeah.
And then eliminated the hated Paul and Amy.
See ya. Only one note on the way out. We both picked the lawyers to win, and they have not been very strong.
No, every week they've gone down.
So our streak of
did we both pick the lawyers?
Yeah, we did.
Really?
Yeah, I said the lawyers, and you said the lawyers too.
Really?
Yeah. So we are team. And it's like, so like people are watching, it's like, oh, the 2 white dudes pick the 2 white dude, like athletic white guy team. But like, that's what I kind of vibed off of. I mean, it just kind of made sense, but
I didn't think we'd pick the same people.
I mean, I know I picked the lawyer. So, I mean, unless you have a different team you had in mind.
I'm like bummed that I haven't kept track of who it was. All right. Next episode, I'll know exactly.
I'll go back and look and confirm in episode 1, but I'm pretty sure we both picked the lawyers. But that probably means a death toll for them because we have not picked any winners yet on any of our reality TV shows yet.
Yeah, over.
We're over 15 shows.
Hey, but we keep coming back.
We're gonna keep coming back. Consistency is key.
The law of averages will eventually.
And if any show is gonna pay us off, it's gonna be The Amazing Race. So you know what? We got you, lawyers. You're still in. We're still in. We're still with you 21 years later.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably retired and like super rich by now and like just chilling. Like who these assholes watching us on The Amazing Race.
Right.
Overall, awesome leg. We will have week 6 for you guys next week. If this is your first time watching the channel, really appreciate it. Like, comment, let us know what you like about this season, The Amazing Race, which seasons we should watch, what to look out for. We also are doing retro reviews. We just finished up season 18 of The Bachelor, which was Juan Pablo's season, an infamous season in reality TV history. Now that's the general consensus, maybe not me and Brian's opinion. You can look out on the video for that. We also have current episodes of Survivor, Temptation Island, and The Courtship
Baby.
Oh, and they're also next week. We will have, later this week, you will have the Challenge All-Stars season 3 season preview where we'll go over the cast and we'll give our quick predictions on who we think will win the season, because the challenge does come back next Wednesday night. So a lot of end of the week stuff going forward for the next about like 10 weeks or so, with the challenge, Temptation Island wrapping up, and obviously with Survivor still going strong. And off the air, Brian, I have some Survivor news for you. So for myself, Brian, thank you. Peace.
See you, everybody.